I'm going to let this one run and idle as I go around and show you the car, because it's a little bit of a problem for me to do much more than that. But I wanted to share this with you, and I'll share some of my opinions, even though I shouldn't. All right, here goes. So, of course, you can see that this is the Aston Martin V12 6-liter. It's a DB9. That's the model of the car. And this car is one that some fool that didn't understand what horsepower can do let it get away from him. When he let it get away from him, overcorrection, who knows, I'm not sure what he did. I don't know the complete story. But in recovery, he stops up against an immovable object. So that's what happens with people that have too much money, no brains, no experience, don't know how to handle a car, no reason that they should be, or excuse that they should just be able to step into something like this because they can afford it. What a shame. So if you're contemplating a high horsepower performance car such as the DB9 here, I encourage you to get a few driving lessons, and that's something that's pretty available at most all of the racetracks nowadays. They have all the different kind of high performance driving schools out there. Even the manufacturers offer performance driving, so they can instruct buyers of their product on how to handle themselves. Now, one of the things that happened to this one, it caused a few electrical problems as well. I don't know what's shorted out. I haven't looked at it. I just kind of hung some pieces back on it so you can see what the car looks like and what it's going to take to fix it. Fortunately, somebody picked up most of the pieces and put them in the trunk. When I got it, the fenders were just barely taped on, and things were hung together just enough to get it to me. We'll be checking it out and going from there and try to work things out. But the driver's seat is so far forward that I can't hardly even get in the car. I can just barely get in there and move it at fast idle because the seat's just too far forward and I can't get it back. So again, that's stuff that I have to do, figure out what's wrong with it, and start working on it, see if we can collect some pieces and parts and put this thing back together like it should be, and put it in the hands of a collector that understands the cars, knows how to drive them, has been on many road courses, and understands what happens when you lose it or at the end of control. I encourage parents of kids that want to start driving that they go out and get on a racetrack of some kind, get in some kind of participation in events where they can go fast, get sideways, get upside down, lose it, get run over by other drivers, and learn what can really happen when things get out of control. I don't think that any of the people that are put behind the wheel these days get any kind of experience like that, so when they do get out of control, they don't know what to expect, totally freaked out and lose it like this person did when they stacked up the DB9. So this is kind of a rant, I suppose. Driver's education, baloney. There's no driver's education that's any good unless you get the education of what's going to happen when you get sideways, out of control, stand on it, or if somebody else plows into you and knocks you out of control. How do you recover? What to expect? You don't understand it unless you do it. So on a racetrack, under controlled conditions, you're going to learn some of that. And it could be a life-saving experience for you if you get the training you need to drive a car, any car. It doesn't have to be a 450 horsepower Aston Martin DB9. It can be a Prius. It can be anything. So think about what it takes to handle any car that's sideways and out of control so that you can save yourself and save the car. Thanks for watching.